Alright guys, so I'm back home and this is basically what I'm going to be utilizing for this DIY video. I bought 6 of these wooden, I don't know what this would be used for really, but this is something I can definitely manage on my own using like some sort of knife or anything that you have on your hand. So these are 36 inches long each, so I'm going to be cutting these in half, so that means we have 18 inches and we would have 12 after all of these are cut in half. And then after that I bought 15 feet of this black chain, and it was like 51 cents each. Sorry, my hands are, I just went to the gym so they're all weird. So these are 15 feet and this was 51 cents each foot, so it was like $7 for the 15 feet. And these are just, you know, the hooks that I'll be using. It will make sense, and I just bought these at the dollar store, I believe, so nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. I think overall I spent each one of these is 98 cents, and I bought 6, and then just the $7 of that one. So what are we talking about? Like $6 approximately for these, plus obviously tax, and then plus that right there. So we're talking about $13, $13, $14, maybe. Yeah, I think I overall paid $14 for both of these things. So with $14, let's see what we can make. Okay, and what I'm going to be replacing is basically this pendant lighting, which I do really like. I bought that originally at IKEA, like probably 2 years ago, and I really like the look. It's pretty cool. It goes well with the theme, but I'm just thinking I can change it up. You know, it doesn't hurt changing up your room. Let's get started. I'll show you what I've been doing with these. I have a couple of them already cut. In fact, most of them. This is my last one. The only thing I'm doing is I'm getting my measuring tape, and I am measuring out 18 inches, which should be about halfway of the wood. As you can see, I have 18 inches there, and then I'm just marking it on the side here. Then I'm going to the other side, because obviously wood is not always exact. You know, they cut it to the best of their ability, but you know, you can see that there's like maybe like an 1/8 of an inch, you know, that isn't correct. So once I have the measurements done, and I'm doing this with materials that you could possibly have, you know, whether it's at your house or a dorm room. I'm just using a simple kitchen knife that has, you know, the kind of harder edges, going along with the actual line that I made. And because obviously this is a knife, this isn't a saw, it's not always going to go through all the way to the end, but since this is thin enough that if I just make, you know, the lines all around the wood, eventually I can just break it. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me just finish this, making all of these little, just enough that, you know, that you can check it out. You can see that, you know, the lines have been cut up, and then just like that. So it will cut off. It's not going to come off perfect because obviously we didn't go all the way through, but now that you have that individually, I go back again and continue doing that, and then so this is a knife. I kind of just force it out, and then the pieces of wood will pop out. So just like that, and then force it out, and it will take off a good chunk. Continue doing that until it's basically just the little square part, like that. So it cuts off, and it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect, so that's not an issue. So there you have 18 inches. That one's done, and then let me continue with this one right here. On to step number, I don't know what step this is, but the next step. We're going to be doing the top and the bottom of what will be our cube. And I'm using a simple, you know, just 2 on bottom, 2 on top, going that way. So let's just get it started. I decided to go ahead and use the glue gun instead, because not everyone will have that E6000 available. And even if you do, you might not be able to use it indoors, especially if you're in a dorm room. So I'm just going to go with this. It's a lot easier, and it's a lot cleaner. I mean, you don't have to worry about where it's getting at, you know, and I'm just gluing it on here and making sure that all the corners are aligned and difficult. So make sure that both 2 are on bottom, and then the other 2 are perpendicularly on top of those 2. Otherwise, you're going to have different levels, and it's not going to be good. So I'm doing this right here, and then again, place the other piece of wood completely on edge here. Press it just so that it doesn't move and it sticks correctly. And it should be all set for this piece. And alright, so yeah, that's how it would look. Simple enough, right? Just make sure the bottom of the cube, these two pieces are on top, and then these two are on bottom. So I'm going to do this also for the top of the cube. And now the next step is basically making the actual walls, if you will. The only thing I'm going to do, because we did make these, you know, kind of nooks here, is I'm just going to put, you know, some glue on this, and we're going to put them inside. So the other part, or the top part of the cube, will also, you know, be basically, if this is the top, it will come in like that. So easy to do, nothing crazy about that. So let's get to doing that. Alright guys, so this is what I did. I finished the cube up by pasting it like this, as you can see. So it's like the three pieces of wood. And then I just basically made a hole on the top of like this corner, what this corner would be. And I put a little hook on there so that I can hook it up to right over here. So that's where I have it. And then I ran my, which you can see kind of like the little keyhole thing right there. That's where I what's hooked onto this. And then I have my lighting, which is this kind of cool LED that changes lights, which I bought, was really cheap. And then, so this is how it looks right now. So kind of like a little pendant chandelier, kind of modern chandelier type looking thing. And now I'm just gonna add a couple of accents on top with the black chain that I got, which is this right here. Alright, and this is how it ended up looking. I'm kind of a fan of abstract type of stuff. I like, you know, museums and contemporary art, and this is definitely something that I would, you know, maybe see somewhere, just hanging, maybe a restaurant, or I don't know, but I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Leave a comment below. I would love to see what you guys think about it, and, you know, get some feedback on that. And it is kind of a little bit crazy, you know, from here you can't really tell, but I promise you, if you're physically standing here, it definitely is distinct. So it's not, it doesn't lose itself between my crazy back of the wall and this. And basically what I did to finish off is just basically one of those hooks that are, you know, just like that. Yeah, that's a perfect hook, right? Kind of like that. And this is just a chain that I bought at a hardware store. And yeah, just added that. Alright, and this is how it would look if it was nighttime. It isn't nighttime just yet, but you know, it gives you an idea of how the room looks with that light, you know, because it is an LED, so it changes colors. There's a lot of settings to that light, but I'm currently just have it on, you know, like that mood, so it just changes. But yeah, I think it's actually pretty cool. I mean, it is kind of a busy look, but you know, for a while I'll just leave it, you know. I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, or, you know, and yeah, and let me know if you like this, or, you know, if you would ever like, you know, some other DIY videos, and I'd love to read your feedback. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and have an awesome day.